happy and you know it, clap your hands. Big up to my good vibes, you see me. Make sure you are showing up for yourself and loving yourself to infinity and beyond. Now let us get into the video. Indeed we shall. Pay a like, pay a comment, pay a sub, pay attention. Let's get it.
Well, I know everybody been seeing this video of people pinning up the barricades around the White House, but nobody explained why though. These barricades, these fences y'all see, are anti-climbing fences. They've been popping these joints up all overnight as if they're expecting something. Now, if you ask me, that's not usual for the 4th of July prep. Have y'all ever seen that before? I haven't. So people going around saying these barricades is something they use for when people get out of line or some crazy shit go down, like major unrest, riots. And as of right now, I have not got no official statement. Have y'all? If you got an official statement on why they pin these up, let me know down below in the comments. Let's keep it real though. Every time the White House gets sealed up like this, something major happens. Something big happens. So here's my genuine question. Are they expecting some type of trouble? Or are they already preparing for something that's here? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this situation.
Anybody got an idea on why you think they're selling out the White House? I, for one, think that it's a part of the movie. Let me know what you guys think.
The Anunnaki broadcasted a message through people's TVs in Georgia. Okay, I have video proof of this. This is crazy. This is crazy. They were talking about a galactic war that is going on, and that they are among us, and that recent meteorite that just came down was actually alien technology. Okay, this is real, guys. We are being contacted. We are being contacted right now. Okay, I'm going to show you the video right now. I'm going to show you right now.
My name is General Zod. I come from a world far from yours. I have journeyed across an ocean of stars to reach you. For some time, your world has sheltered one of my citizens. I request that you return this individual to my custody. For reasons unknown, he has chosen to keep his existence a secret from you. He will have made efforts to blend in. He will look like you, but he is not one of you. To those of you who may know of his current location, the fate of your planet rests in your hands. To Kal-El, I say this: surrender within 24 hours, or watch this world suffer.
I don't know about that. I don't even know if that's real. I don't think that's real. But anyway, if they are looking for the return of someone that's not from this planet, my guess would be like Elon. Yeah, Elon. He got like space link. He want everybody to go to Mars. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Let me know what you think.
Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report questioning if we're alone in the universe and whether we've already seen evidence of life beyond Earth.
Tonight, out of Harvard University, a draft paper about mysterious flying objects sounding almost like science fiction.
Could have been a mothership that released some probes in the habitable region around the sun. We have a visitor to our backyard. We should observe it at first.
What are these loud booms happening in New York City right now? It ain't no fireworks. What is? Somebody let me know. What the fuck is going on up there? Yo!
Are we not going to talk about the facts that there are no reports about what happened in Alabama? In Alabama, Alabama residents heard a loud explosion. Mind you, this explosion was probably louder than they've ever heard before. And nobody's talking about it. No reports about it. Nothing at all. It even showed up on the radar. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at that right there. So we not going to act like that didn't just happen? What was that though? Now, when this explosion happened, a lot of very important systems shut down, including their airport. And again, there is no explanation. Nobody's even saying anything about it. Now, at a time where there's been a lot of threats, at a time where they're saying that a lot of supernatural things can happen, at a time where we're seeing fire falling out of the sky, you tell me an explosion happens and nobody wants to say anything about it? I want to ask you this. Why do you think that? And after I ask you that, I need to ask you, what do you think NASA has to do with it? Yeah. Pay attention.
Come to think about it, that probably would explain the pelicans that fell out the sky in Alabama. Yeah, that sounds about.
Breaking news, Donald Trump just set curfew for 9 p.m. for anybody 21 and under. What the fuck? He said anybody 21 and under should not be in these streets late at night unless you have a job. That's the only exception. Ain't that about a bitch? He said 21 and under be a little too wild in the streets, drinking, racing, and just causing mayhem all through the streets. So it's best that they just be in the house. He said weekends are okay, but Monday through Friday, got to be productive in the house, not outside doing no bullshit. He said they just a little too free, right? Y'all think? Go check it out. Top news, world news, national news, CNN, TMZ, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's everywhere. Y'all know how this shit go. It's everywhere. Go check it out. Donald Trump's not playing with these youngins. Or back to the ghetto you go. Go to the army.
Thank you all for joining us today as we announce the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in the history of the Department of Justice. Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare, Medicaid, and other healthcare programs. In a takedown this large, I can't possibly describe all of the work that went into dismantling each scheme, but there are 4 key points that bear emphasizing. First, let me be clear about what these healthcare fraud schemes mean for every hardworking American family. These criminals didn't just steal someone else's money. They stole from you. Every fraudulent claim, every fake billing, every kickback scheme represents money taken directly from the pockets of American taxpayers who fund these essential programs through their hard work and sacrifice. And when criminals defraud these programs, they're not just committing theft. They're driving up our national deficit and threatening the long-term viability of healthcare for seniors, disabled Americans, and our most vulnerable citizens. This enforcement action involves the seizure of cash, as well as luxury vehicles and properties, returning real money to American taxpayers and to our government healthcare programs. Second, we are seeing a disturbing trend of transnational criminal organizations engaging in increasingly sophisticated and complex criminal schemes that defraud the American healthcare system. As part of this takedown, we've identified and charged defendants operating from Russia, Eastern Europe, Pakistan, and other foreign countries. These individuals have infiltrated our healthcare system to steal American taxpayer dollars. As just one example, we dismantled a scheme involving a sophisticated operation run from Russia and Eastern Europe that strategically bought dozens of medical supply companies in the United States and submitted more than $10 billion in fraudulent healthcare claims to Medicare. To make matters worse, these perpetrators used the stolen identities of more than 1 million Americans spanning all 50 states to perpetrate this scheme and submit these false claims. But I'm pleased to report that federal agents intercepted and arrested key members of that organization at U.S. airports and the U.S.-Mexico border, cutting off their intended escape routes. The days of transnational criminal organizations using the American healthcare programs as their personal piggy bank are over. Third, this takedown resulted in criminal charges against 74 defendants, including medical professionals who fueled America's deadly opioid crisis for personal profit. These are not isolated instances of poor judgment. These are calculated schemes designed to exploit Americans struggling with addiction while enriching the very people who were duty-bound to help them heal. We charged pill mill operators who prescribed unnecessary opioids. We dismantled networks of corrupt pharmacies that existed solely to distribute drugs to addicts and dealers, feeding the addiction crisis that has devastated so many American communities. This is not healthcare. It is a staggering breach of trust. And under my leadership, the criminal division will prosecute these criminals as aggressively as we would any drug dealer, because that's exactly what they are. Fourth, many of the defendants charged as part of this takedown specifically targeted our most vulnerable citizens, elderly Americans in nursing homes, individuals with disabilities, those battling serious illnesses, and more. For example, our prosecutors charged 7 defendants, including 5 medical professionals, in connection with approximately $1 billion in fraudulent claims to Medicare and other healthcare benefit programs for performing medically unnecessary skin grafts on dying patients as they were seeking to spend their final days with dignity and peace. That conduct is exactly as callous and disturbing as it sounds. Patients and their families trusted these providers with their lives. Instead of receiving care, they became victims of elaborate criminal schemes.
Yeah, I kind of just don't want to hear criminals pointing fingers at other criminals. But let me know what you guys think about this.
If this shit don't terrify you, you're about as lost can get. Y'all peep this shit. There is no easier way of fucking putting it. Historians are leaving the fucking country. Let me say this one more time for the people in the back. Historians are leaving the country for their own safety. Now, let me tell you what a historian does. First of all, a historian got a whole certificate of knowing of what the fuck history is. Okay? On their day-to-day basis, they either A, study it all damn day, B, they teach it, or C, they travel the world to get further into the fucking history. Historians are seeing that history is repeating itself. So when I hear that motherfucking historians are leaving by the boatload, a motherfucker like me that got common goddamn fucking sense reads every fucking thing, especially when it comes down to fucking history. To a motherfucker like me, that sounds like if I see a boatload full of motherfucking animals running in the exact same motherfucking direction, bitch, I'ma follow them. Because them animals know there's trouble back there. So why the fuck would I stay behind? So with that being motherfucking said, if this does not motivate you to want to get the fuck on, I don't know what to tell you. Let me tell you this one more time for the people in the motherfucking back, to the people that don't like me, to the people that are lost, to the people that don't know what the fuck going on. Historians are leaving the country. One more time for the people in the back. Historians are leaving the country. If that does not spook you the fuck out, I don't know what does.
So she deserves an Oscar because that was very, very dramatic. But yeah, leave the country if it'll make you feel better, you know.
Multiple fireball sightings across all the southern states. They're stating that it was 150 fireballs that have been sighted throughout all southern states, from Texas all the way to Florida. And this has actually been aired in all major news stations, ABC, NBC, and this has been happening throughout the night and some parts of the early mornings. So 140 unknown fireballs, and I've actually seen the video, and it actually flies over the air like missiles that you would see in Israel and Iran. Kind of weird, kind of crazy, because they didn't actually land and explode anything, but 140 missiles type fireballs were actually sighted, recorded, and seen flying over the sides of Texas all the way to Florida. Crazy stuff. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think and what videos you seen.
Hey y'all, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? They said there is a powerful heat wave coming to the United States, and it's coming to the whole United States. Everybody is at risk right now, man. And all I gotta say is, give me some more. You know what I'm saying? Give me some more. Just like Busta Rhymes saying, give me some more, flip mode, baby. Give me some more. The sun cannot give me enough of this heat, baby. You know what I'm saying? They say about 250 million Americans are at risk. Well, good thing I'm not American. I am Haitian. I am from IET, baby. And I am indigenous to the land. The sun is cleansing off the people, y'all. This is what the fifth dimension is all about, right? The fifth dimension is about coming into harmony with the planet. There's a whole bunch of people here that still eat meat. That is the animals of the planet, right? Y'all still believe that animals want to be eaten in the fifth dimension? There are people on this planet that is still treating the animals and the indigenous people of the planet horribly wrong, and people are talking about ascension light codes. Where? The sun is cleansing the planet off right now. Those who are not vibrating on a higher vibration, this is what this heat wave is all about, baby. This is literally hell on earth. When Christopher Columbus came, he said this was hell on earth. And people are really about to realize what he was talking about, y'all. The shift is here, y'all. Let's get it. Peace in.
1865, Africa, Mexico, HR 40 bill, North American Indians. let's get into it. I'm not about to miss a beat. We doing this today. This what we doing. Let me turn myself into a little person. Okay, look. 1865. Mexico. HR 40 built the Mayflower. You won't let us be Indian under the 14th Amendment, Section 2. Exclude all Indians to not be taxed in North America. Africa has never came and put a convoy over here to come get the people that look like them, because they're always coming over here, but we ain't never trying to go over there. Then Mexico right now, it's like, y'all saying North America is Mexico, but at the same time, it's like, when was we ever not in slavery? Because the Mexican War was 1846. Mayflower was built in 1608 and had a famous voyage to North America in 1620. Native Americans believed to have migrated to America's Northeast Asia, specifically Siberia. North American Indians. Paleo Indians, the ancestors of Native Americans. While no single African entity has attempted to forcibly come get all the people of African descent from North America, there have been no historical and ongoing movements to initiative center around the idea of returning to Africa. The HR 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparations Proposal for African American Act, is a bill in the U.S. Congress that aims to establish the Commission to study the impact of slavery and its lingering effects on African Americans. I could see people looking like me coming from another country saying, oh, they about to get reparations. We about to go over there and get some freedom over there because our people over here don't deal with us. I'm just reading off the facts off Google. I don't know if y'all can see it, but you can't. But it's on Google. You know what I'm saying? Everything I'm reading off is on. So we got three things that's in front of us, y'all. I want y'all to hear me out. Mexico, Africa, and North American Indians. We still using the term black. We still using the term colored. We still using the term African. We still using the term dark-skinned. Black History Month, Black Lives Matter, Dr. Martin Luther King Month. What does all this correlating have to do with Mexico, North American Indians, and Africa? We gotta study this, y'all.
Y'all, that was not a meteor. That was not a fireball falling out of the sky. What that was debris that's falling from the galactic war that's happening in our skies. So a lot of us can agree that the storms that we have been having lately has been very weird. In addition to that, a lot of us have been hearing these booms from the sky that sound like it is out of this world, and that's because it actually is. So keep in mind, the solar flares are about to hit the earth even more. In addition to that, the sun is about to get 100 times hotter. And the reason for this is because the earth is shifting, and in turn, it is forcing us to shift as well as vibrate higher. We are in the process of moving from the 3D to the 5D. And as this happens, we are about to see entities, beings, and things that we have never seen before. Y'all, we are about to see animals that we thought was extinct, or better yet, animals that we did not even know existed. I told y'all when that sun was red, that planet Nibiru was pulling up. To all my chosen ones, y'all already know what time it is. We up next. Let's go.
So I agree with her. We definitely gonna be seeing some things. We probably already have been seeing some things. Let me know if you've seen some things in the comments.
A van just blew up inside Washington, D.C. Yeah, this is still unfolding, but an Amazon van blew up. A man was seen exiting the vehicle, and then about 30 seconds later, the van blew up, and you can see smoke going all over the place. Now, I don't think anybody was hurt. It wasn't reported that anybody was hurt. They put out the fire, but nobody knows who this person is. The person exited and disappeared. They're investigating and they're looking for him now. Some people are alleging that this might be a sleeper cell. I don't know. I don't have that information. Again, this is still unfolding. This is still brand new news that occurred now on what's today, June 29th. I want you guys to stay very, very careful, because I'm not saying it's IRAN. I'm not saying it is the other people, the small hats, but I do know that the small hats have been known for inciting events, so things go their way in the public eye. Now that may not be the case. It may actually be one of these sleeper cells that woke up. Whatever the case is, the president of peace isn't bringing much peace to the United States or anywhere else. Regardless of how many peace treaties are being signed, we see the devastation right in our face. Oh, and BTW, where are your Doge checks? No? No Doge checks? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So y'all are aware that the second beast will have horns like a lamb, but he will speak like a dragon. And that is symbolism for he's going to appear to be Christ-like. He's going to appear to follow Christ or to adhere to Christ's teaching, but he will speak like a dragon. The dragon is Satan. Can y'all think of anyone in world power who fits that description? Anyone at all. No one who appears to be a lamb, have lamb-like characteristics. People look at him as a lamb, but he speaks like a dragon the majority of the time. Revelation 13:11, then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had two horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. Now it says that this lamb-like dragon speaker will exercise all the characteristics of the first beast. It goes on to say that this is the person who will introduce the mark of the beast, and he will cause all those small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive this mark. And he will cause people to worship the beast, the first beast. And I don't know, this is just very interesting to me. Yeah, am I saying that Donald Trump is the Antichrist? Kinda. But do I believe it 100%? Not really, but it is very high on my scale. Everything he does just gives me Antichrist vibes. I just don't see how y'all don't see it. Whether he's the first beast, second beast, third beast, whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's somebody from the Middle East, whether it's somebody from Rome, whether it's somebody from Syria, because as the book of Isaiah does say the Assyrian, whatever the case may be, we do know that all these people are working in cahoots with one another. And one thing we can concur is that the beast is probably alive today, and this Antichrist is about to come onto the world stage if he hasn't already. The point of this video was to call out the fact that he does appear to have two horns like a lamb, but he speaks like a dragon. That's all I'm saying.
I don't believe that Donald Trump is the Antichrist. I don't believe that because too many people just don't like him. You know what I mean? So, you know, the Antichrist is the person that is going to be a person that people like, you know, like as in people are going to like him off bat. Like he's going to be like the champion, you know, so, and then he's going to come when all this disaster is taking place. It's just, he's going to just come with all these solutions. So I don't think it's, I mean, it could, no. But, you know, if you disagree, let me know your thoughts. I feel like people are asking AI for just about everything these days. So that's more along the lines of the Antichrist than anything. But yeah.
So did y'all see that the Grand Ayatollah is calling for the deaths of Donald Trump and Netanyahu? Yes, the great Iranian Ayatollah Nisar Mekarim Shirazi is calling for the unaliving of Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. He is declaring them an enemy of God. Here's what was put out today. One of Iran's top Shiite clerics, Grand Ayatollah Nisar Mekarim Shirazi, has issued a fatwa against U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, calling them enemies of God and urging Muslims to take action worldwide. The fatwa declares that anyone who threatens or attacks the leadership and authority of the Islamic Ummah, which is the community, is considered a warlord or a criminal of Moharab, a term used in Iran's penal code for one who wages against God. So these two Ben had a target on their back. Now they have an ordered target on their back. And the Ayatollah is saying it's a mandate from God. Now it's gonna get even crazier, not only in America, but in Israel, because now anyone who is Islamic or maybe Muslim, they are going to be weary of them being around these two individuals. Also, if you're calling for the unaliving of these two people, that's also a declaration of war. So I'm not sure what exactly is about to happen, but that is today, June 29th. Right now, I believe in Iran is June 30th.
Yeah, always thinking something gonna come in a human form or a physical form in some sort of nature, but y'all don't read y'all Bible dead seriously. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about the Antichrist. So a lot of people feel like it's gonna be a human that comes back and actually be like and show you and take over shit, be like Antichrist. People don't realize that entity is already here. The Antichrist entity is already here. The Antichrist is AI. And the Bible says the Antichrist will take over a nation for years. This shit been taking over for years, bro. You got music. You don't even have to rap no more and make money from this shit from your voice, dog. Like, come on now. There's all type of shit to go with this shit. Like, bro, it don't show you real shit, but it seems real as hell. Like, you don't know what's real and what's fake with AI, bro. This is the Antichrist. Wake up now. Like and follow.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. You remember yesterday? June 2nd, 2025, I told you CERN was running and they're amping things up and to start looking for Mandela effects. Got a new one for you. You want to know what it is? Look up, is blood blue? Is blood blue? Like human blood blue. Do you remember hearing this as a child, Gen Xers? That blood is blue? They're not teaching that anymore. When did that change? Our blood is only red when it hits oxygen. It's blue. That's why when you look at your skin, like down by your wrist, look at that. Look at your legs, ladies, with those varicose veins. Blue. They don't teach that in school anymore. Gotta wonder when that changed. Have a great day.
Yeah, the CERN logo is like literally 666. Yeah, and I do remember blood being blue before it hit oxygen. Like, I could have sworn I learned that. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
Abraham Lincoln's memorial changed in this timeline. What do you remember? 1922 was built in Washington, D.C. We all seen it. We've all learned about it. We all had social studies. Now, what is Abe doing? If you remember, like I remember, he's sitting in the chair, hands rested. Both hands are rested on the armchair. But guess what? It's not. In this timeline, one of his hands is a fist and one is resting. I remember both of them resting. And now you've seen this in your social studies books. You've seen this in history books. You've seen it on the internet and you've seen it in real life. I remember both hands resting on that chair. I do not remember one fist. What does that one fist mean? If it was there, how come we never learned about it? I have never seen it. I think I drew it when I was in 4th or 5th grade. I don't remember one fist being a fist, or one hand being a fist, and one hand being rested. I remember two resting, but let me know. Maybe it changed. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know.
Yeah, so I never paid that much attention to Abraham Lincoln, but that's interesting. Maybe I should have. Let me know if you guys feel the same way he's feeling.
5 crappy things that happen right before a timeline shift and how to manage it. Part 1. You're going to want to save this post to come back to if you need it. Now, nobody talks about this part of the glow up, the chaos, the confusion, the weird in-between where everything feels off. But before a major timeline shift, your life will test you. And here's how. Number 1. Everything starts breaking down at once. The job, the plan, the relationship, all gone. Here's how to manage it. Don't force it back together. It's not falling apart, it's falling away. Number 2, people start acting weird. Some drift, some trigger you, and some ghost you. Here's how to manage it. Do not chase closure, because this is energetic detachment. Your new frequency is repelling what no longer fits. Number 3, certain things just don't excite you anymore. Things you used to love feel completely flat. Here's how to manage it. You're in a void. Let the new desires rise naturally. Don't rush them. Number 4, You feel deeply misunderstood, especially by the people who used to get you. Here's how to manage it. Protect your energy, because this is a sacred phase, and not everyone is meant to walk with you to the next level. Number 5, weird resistance hits everywhere. Tech issues, delays, plans falling through. Here's how to manage it. Stop forcing it. The universe is clearing space for an alternative route, even if it feels messy. All of these are not punishment. They are preparation. The breakdown always comes before the breakthrough. So don't give up. You're being aligned with something bigger.
We are not in 2025. Month comes from the word moon, moonth. The moon has a 28-day moon cycle. 365 divided by 28 is 13. 13 lunar cycles every year, which means our calendar has a missing month, which means we don't know what year we're actually in. This is gonna blow your mind. The sky is a clock. The sun tells the time of the day. The moon tells the day of the month. The stars tell you the month of the year. The sky above our head is intelligent. Everything on earth is matter. Everything above us is spirit. That's why they're floating. They're not rocks you can land on. Gregorian calendar was made for slaves. Calendar comes from calends, the first day of the month the Romans had to pay off their debt. So what does all of this actually mean, and why did they do it? They made this fake calendar to cut off our connection with our celestial intelligence above and keep our mind, body and spirit out of rhythm with these cycles. We must live in harmony with the cycles above us. You can create abundance in your life with using the moon to your advantage.
Had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. I said, can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious.
Breaking news. As of yesterday, Bill 1718 is officially passed in the state of Florida. This means out-of-state drivers will no longer be recognized for driving legally in the state of Florida. Hospitals are literally allowed to require and obtain status information for any of their patients. It will now be a felony to bring an undocumented immigrant into the state of Florida across state lines. It'll also be a felony for any employer in the state of Florida to hire an undocumented immigrant. Mid and large size employers will be required to use an e-verify system to basically double check the status of their employees. If you take anything from this video, take this. If you are undocumented in the entire United States, regardless of what state you live in, you still have rights under the Constitution. Remember that.
Dang, this is getting wicked. So, the best workers can't work.
Breaking news. Donald Trump just stated anybody 18 through 25 with a juvenile record, boy or girl, has to enlist into the Army. So y'all get ready. All the ones that want to be on baddies, all them YNs, anybody that on a shiesty, get ready. Chitty chitty bang bang. It's all over CNN, Fox News, World News, National News, Top News, YouTube, TikTok, as you see. It's going down. I mean, but y'all always like to fight and always want to shoot. Y'all, this should be fun, right? Everybody finna have fun doing this shit, right? Might as well out here dying in the hood and shit. Might as well go out there and die for your country. It's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
what is it that the rich and elite all have in common? Musicians, world business leaders, even US presidents. They all attend the Bohemian Grove. But before I get into this video, if you want a full-length video on the Bohemian Grove, I'm going to post one to my YouTube. If you want to subscribe, the link is in the bio. Okay, so the Bohemian Grove refers to a secretive members-only retreat that hosts a yearly gathering in the woods of California. This secret society is exclusive to only men and has been in existence since 1872. During the encampment, the events that take place are kept hidden from the public and outside photography is strictly forbidden. However, there have been various photos and videos that have leaked through the years showing unusual gatherings and unexplained rituals. The grounds are protected by a year-round security team and very few outsiders have ever been able to get inside. The mystery of these rituals is one that perplexes the outside world. So why do the richest men of the world partake in the Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove is this place in California where all the elites go and they put fucking druid costumes on and they worship Moloch, the owl god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Nixon went there and Reagan
Nixon went there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like-
Bohemian Grove. You don't know what it is?
Nixon and Reagan went
Bohemian
there?
Grove is a famous place where rich world leaders would meet in Northern California. And they literally worship this Moloch, the owl god, and everybody thought it was bullshit. But John Ronson and Alex Jones snuck in.
I want to interview like just one person that's been a part of that, like who's been to the Bohemian Grove, and see what that is, because yeah, that don't seem right. It just seems real cult-like. But yeah, tell me what you guys think.
Those same people are those who run the world today, and let's name them. The Pessoas, the Rothschilds, the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the DuPonts, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees, the Onassis, the Reynolds, the Rockefellers, and the Russells. They are all descendants from those who fell from heaven. They are the descendants of the Nephilim. This is why every single freaking time a UFO, giant, alien, demon gets a glimpse of exposure, someone ends up missing or dead, and information is scrubbed from the internet. But I'm not afraid to speak about it like your 501(c) pastor is.
White people are serious about power. Black people are serious about money. It's the big difference between us. This is why a white man could be worth $10 billion. You will never know it. You will never know it. A black man will be worth $10 and you think he's worth 10 million. Right?
Right.
So white people are about control. You see, control. Black people want to own things. White people want to own situations. Power bucks money every day of the week. When you hear Negroes say the only thing matter is green power, that's a politically uneducated Negro. The question is, who makes the green money? Who has the power to print the money? Power runs this world, not money. Money don't mean nothing, because when you got power, you can get anything you want. You don't even need money if you got power, right? Because you can make people do. Think about the bully in lunch, right? You in the lunchroom. You got your bling on, you got your money, your Jordans, right? The bully ain't got nothing. But guess what? He gonna leave the lunchroom with jewelry, Jordans, lunch. Why? Because the person with power can get anything they want. White people are in pursuit of power. Black people in pursuit of things.
They say money, power, respect is the key to life. Yeah. Anyway, I agree with, the power thing. Not all black folk, put that much faith into money, though. You know what I'm saying? So I got to disagree on that point. But yeah, we halfway agree with him. Yeah, so I've never been one to keep up with the trends, and I would never buy anything that was called Le Boo Boo. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds like dookie to me. But let me know what you think.
Do y'all even understand what's going on right now? Because I don't think we can grasp the full intention behind how they are trying to make people forget. This is beyond being desensitized. This is beyond being overstimulated. They're trying to make people forget. Just a few days ago, there was a man who was found in Albany, New York on a tree unalived. Just before that, we actually had the government official and her spouse who were unalived in their homes in the middle of the night. Then you had the woman at the Denver, Colorado airport where she was on her knees begging for people to hear her while passersby completely disregarded her, saying that the lives of her children were at risk and she was being made to tell us what was to come. Then before that, we had the Iberian blackout. Spain, Portugal, the south of France, all of these different places had a crazy blackout. We've had crazy deportations, crazy layoffs, bunch of homeless people. So much inflation. Not just that, last year we had all types of balloons in the sky that they were saying were UAPs and they were taking care of it. Now we have talks of a golden dome. On top of that, what happened to all the conversations about the drones that were the size of buses that were over New Jersey? So much is happening all at once. Then you had what happened at Bayside in Miami, all of these crazy entities with hundreds of police officers on New Year's, but people couldn't get any proof of it. Then you had the family in Texas who had seen this thing in their backyard and they had no idea what it was, and it had like this whole police investigation behind it. So much is happening. Let's not even get into the point of the lady who was in the airport and she was on a plane talking about the fact that the person she was sitting with was not human. So much is happening all at once. We can't even keep up. We can't even remember. They just filter the stories until you just forget. And it's not that we don't care about the lives that are being impacted. We just can't keep up. We are numb. We are in overdrive. And let's not even get started on the crazy weather, from the fires in LA and Maui to the hurricanes that caused North Carolina to flood. So many people were unalive to the point where they said that the areas were blocked off. What happened to all of that? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, save this video, go look into one of the topics, or just look up craziest news stories of 2024, 2025, because the list is endless. Per usual, this is all alleged. I can't confirm or deny, but the only way I can see it is that we're just being made to forget. We don't even have the capacity to keep up. And then they distract us with all of these Diddy trials, Love Island, Luigi Mangione, all of these different things. Needless to say, I'm just over here rambling. Who am I? What am I talking about? But just let me know what you think about this. Like, follow, stay for some more tea. Be safe out there, guys.
Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth. You could help your rich friends get richer by cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education. Your media would appear free, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap phones. You could torture foreign prisoners. You could have rigged elections. You could lie about why you go to war. You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group, and no one would complain. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests. I know this is hard for you Americans to imagine, but please try.
All right, that was way too deep. Yeah. It's not too much to say to that. It just sounds very, very familiar. That's all.
I keep telling y'all, bro, worry about the sun that is above your head. That's what y'all need to be worrying about. Stop worrying about Donald Trump. Stop worrying about Iran. Stop worrying about Israel. Stop worrying about Russia versus Ukraine. Stop worrying about all that. Okay? That sun above your head is what y'all need to be worrying about, and I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push that agenda, because Revelation in the Bible warned us of these days to come. Revelation is a science book. It's literally a science book. So when you watch YouTube or you watch the news or wherever you get your science information from, and they're telling you about global warming, they're telling you about the tectonic plates, they're telling you about El Nino, they're telling you about the magnetic field, they're telling you about the condition of the world that you live in, That's what Revelation is doing. John never had those type of sophisticated technology back then, so he was unable to explain it the way these modern days technology our scientists is doing. You got to understand, religion and science plays in hand. It's the same thing. Science believe in things that they could see. Religion believe in the things that they can't see. They are seeing it, but that is through spiritual wisdom. It's a spiritual intake. So whatever they say in science, that's the same thing Revelation was saying, and I'm trying to tell y'all that stuff. The sun above your head, bro, that's going to be the end of us. That's the fire that God is talking about. When he's coming back with fire. It's the sun. If you believe in all of these different ages, the ice age and all of these ages, the sun is one of those ages. Do you understand that? Noah knew about the first destruction that was going to come up on the land. That's why Noah was a knower. He knew how to build a boat. Do you understand? That's why, though, listen to me. You could go into Egypt and find water corrosion on most of the monuments over there, fam. That means water was there. Do you understand that? Before there was 7 continents, there was one. And that one continent was named Africa. Africa means one. Africa is not a country. Africa is a nation. Okay? So before there was 7 continents, there was one. This is the reason why I'm saying all the continents is not separated. The water gives that illusion as if everything is separated and in their own individual area. No, if the water should recede or just dry up or go away, you will see that all the continents is connected. It's one flat earth. That's where you get the whole flat earth theory from. Y'all gotta understand, in the days of Noah, right? That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand what's going on, B. You gotta understand the zodiacs, bro. The whole gang of them understood it. Job did. God asked Job, do you know how to understand the zodiac? Mazrat. Mazrat is the only Hebrew word in the Bible right now. It means zodiac. Ezekiel knew it. Ezekiel knew it. That's why he had a vision with a wheel in the middle of a wheel. That's a zodiac sign, and all the different images on those wheels. You could find those images on the zodiac sign, fam. Jesus and the whole gang of them knew it. They all studied it. Because that's a clock above your head, bro. It's a huge clock, and it tells you the signs of the time. When Jesus said you should be able to tell the signs of the time, is that clock above your head. It's the zodiac. Noah understood it. That's why Noah knew how to build a boat. Because he knew that tilt was going to come. That tilt is what caused the first flood. It's not because water was falling from the heavens. Rain was falling on that day, but that tilt caused that flood. To know who God is, you got to know the nature of how this world works, to put all the puzzles, everything. The Bible is literally, it's like a history book, it's a memory book, it's a data book. Wake up and live, B.
Today is June 30th, 2025, and we're hearing that in the past 4 days, experts have updated the nuke list in regards to which U.S. cities are most likely to get hit in the event of World War III. You can see here, 4 days ago, experts revealed the 15 U.S. cities that would be first targeted if World War III started, and some might surprise you. And this is because we are hearing that this list includes densely populated cities that you would expect, but in addition to that, it also has some of those ones that have important U.S. military bases. Let's go ahead and take a look here now. Here's the map so that way you can see for yourself the locations. And you can see here we have Honolulu, Hawaii, down here number 1. Number 2, Shreveport, Louisiana. Number 3, Ogden, Clearfield, Utah. Number 4, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Number 5, Great Falls, Montana. Number 6, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Number 7, Omaha, Nebraska. Number 8, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Number 9, Houston, Texas. Number 10, Seattle, Washington. Number 11, Los Angeles, California. Number 12, San Francisco, California. Number 13, Chicago, Illinois. Number 14, Washington, D.C. And number 15, New York City. And you can see it is spread from the West Coast to the East Coast, the various locations likely to be struck in the event of a nuclear attack.
All right, this is for entertainment purposes only. Like, some things we don't need to pay too much attention to. We don't need to think about certain things too much, but yeah, entertainment purposes.
Two-piece, it's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up. Look at her, she gonna put. It's a UFO for real, y'all. That is crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. It's a UFO for real, y'all. I promise y'all. Look, we got all these things. There ain't no damn street light. My uncle talking about that street light. That ain't no street light, bro. That's a UFO. This a fucking street light right here. This the fucking street light. That ain't no fucking street light. That's the street light. I mean, that's the light beaming down on it.
Alright, there's something crazy happening right now, and I think I'm the first person to connect these dots and present the facts in this manner. So remember in the pandemic when everybody in the United States started getting those random packets of seeds in the mail that were totally unsolicited? It was later determined that they came from China. Well, it's happening again. This time it's happening in Texas and Connecticut. It's not really being reported on in Connecticut yet, however, it will be, so watch the news. The reason this is concerning is because the seeds were actually analyzed. They were determined 100% to be coming from China. They were analyzed and they were determined to be an invasive species of plants that are known to kill all local and native fauna and other types of plants. So that's a little bit concerning when you consider this. Why is China buying so much land in the United States? Not only are they buying land near military bases, they're buying lands near farms. Texas definitely recognizes that this is a threat because of this. They just signed a bill into law to prevent foreign citizens and companies from purchasing more land in Texas. So Texas definitely recognizes the threat here. Can you imagine what China would be capable of if they were able to plant these seeds and annihilate our fucking local crops? That would be unprecedented. That would bring us to our knees in weeks. Follow me as I keep following the developments and reporting on this developing story. And also, stay ready. Stay ready. Get some food. Have some food at the house.
I would love to know if anybody has gotten packets of seeds in the mail. I never heard of this. It's the first time I heard of this. But if you have, or know somebody who has, let me know in the comments.
Did you know that the government and the care system purposely placed foster children with PDF files? Yes, on purpose. You can Google it yourself. It was called the Kentler experiment, led by psychologist Helmut Kentler, who believed that PDF files made loving foster fathers. Yes, I'm not making this up. For decades this went on, state-funded, vulnerable little boys handed over to predators. And the abuse? It got ignored. This only came to light in the last decade, 2010 to be precise, and the victims? They're still waiting for reparations because nobody has been to jail and nobody has been charged. Guys, I've literally done a documentary on this. I'm going to be covering it in detail. And as soon as it's ready, I'll hit you with the links if you're interested. But yet again, here's another example of where the system has failed the most vulnerable of innocent children.
This is why I had to take a break. When you know the truth, not even the whole truth, like just a little bit of it, you just definitely have to be mentally strong. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts on this.
You guys, I want to share with you the secret covenant that you might or might not have heard about. The secret covenant was created by none other than the Rockefellers, and maybe even someone even higher than them, let's be honest. But this is their secret covenant and their clause of things that they wanted to follow. And if you're a conspiracy theorist or a critical thinker and you're aware of what's been going on in the world, you're going to know exactly how suitable this is. This is written word for word, and I want to read it to you. Okay, so bear with me. The secret covenant. An illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We'll create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always, and we will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so that they will never see what's happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their mind. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths, and they will destroy their minds and reproductive system. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, and what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in the film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them that it's for their help. We will start early on. When their minds are young, we will target their children with what the children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will go depressed, slow, and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods so they many never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games so that they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish the governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be always pure, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will grow them kindly and gently, letting them think that they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits it best. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. They shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them. They were all one. That they were all one. This they must never know. They must never know that a man's color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we will accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of their own to carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not us. The recruits will be called initiates and will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of the passage to their higher realms. Members of these groups will think that they are one with us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work, they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach their higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand the illusion of freedom will be that they will never know that they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality we will have created for them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time. But if they ever find out they are our equal, we shall perish. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives, for this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. This is a secret covenant. This is why it's so important to learn about this, because when you learn about this, you create a life outside of the system. When you're aware of it, you can no longer be controlled. When you know what they want to do, you no longer fall into the traps from health, money, empowerment, purpose, higher vibrations, the music that you're listening to, the food that you're eating, the things that you're consumed with, the video games, the porn. All of this is all a distraction to keep you easily controlled. And once you know, when you change that, exactly like they said, they fear it. Because the more of us that rise up and are aware of what's happening, the more they lose their control, which is exactly what they don't want. And this is why we're recreating what the generation is going to look like. And this is why we're all waiting for the uprise, because we know that this entire plan is going to crumble.
So I don't even know why it says covenant, because it's like government and covenant put together. But yeah, that sounds about right. But this is for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, this is for entertainment purposes only. Share this video, please. And let me know what you think about this in the comments. Yeah. Well, that concludes today's video. I hope you all enjoy it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Shout out to all the creators. Go like, follow, and comment on their videos. And as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Be blessed. Peace. We out. Thank you for being a real one, for being a chill one, for hitting the sub button. Thank you for showing me love. Yeah, y'all some good vibes.